Creative Magic Club. What's up? This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a six-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I'm here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hi, welcome to this week's episode, and we are going to dive into pricing and whether or not to share your prices publicly on your website or your promotional content for your offers and services. So let's talk about it. And like every decision in business, it's a personal one. And, I know that we're all working with different relationships to money, different relationships to asking for money, and different relationships to our nervous systems. And I'm a big advocate for the path of least resistance. So I'm not here to tell you how to make decisions in your business. I'm here to really share my experience with you and to invite some things to consider into this conversation so that you can make the best choices for you where you're at on your business journey. So when I started, I didn't share my prices. With the first high ticket coaching offers that I promoted, which was around $3,000, I followed the strategy of getting people on sales calls and then taking them through a very strategic sales script and, revealing the price at the end after I had assessed if they were a good fit for the program and we'd assessed that they wanted to join the program, then I would reveal the pricing. And it worked. I booked the first 3 clients that signed up to my high ticket offer. But here are some reasons why it worked. Number one, I had great copy on my sales page and on my social media posts. And so the people that got on the calls were genuinely a really good fit for my offers. The people who signed up were also warm leads from previous programs that I had run, one of which I know had made like $9,000 in the past couple months as a result of the money mindset work that we had done together. So they were, they had already created results with me when they up-leveled to do my high ticket program. And also, I was doing my money mindset work, right? I felt super aligned, super confident in what I was offering. And even if the sales process felt nerve-wracking for me in selling high ticket for the first time, there were a lot of actions strategically, mindset, energetically, just in the client lead generation process that were really stacked in my favor for that to work for me. Then I went through a phase where life really knocked me hard during an intense transition to living in New York City, moving in with Albors, who was dealing with all types of toxic workplace culture in his medical residency and his internship. And, my confidence really took a hit. I was changing up a lot of things in my business just to account for the very different financial pressures that I was experiencing having moved from Montreal to New York, where my rent literally tripled and I was just forced to shift everything around in the way that I was spending, both in my business and in my personal life. And a lot of things started to move in my business. And I started, attracting people who weren't quite the right fit for me. And I got a string of no's when I was on sales calls. And, this really inspired me to go deep on my business, my content, and my sales strategy and really master what I was doing. Because to be honest with you, the mindset and the energy management piece was actually really challenging for me at that point, just because I was experiencing so many different stresses from so many different directions. So I hired a mentor who specialized in content strategy, and I went deep in really getting good and clear at communicating what I wanted to help clients with in my business. And In that process, I learned that when you get good at clearly communicating everything your client needs to know in order to make an informed and an empowered decision to buy your stuff, then sales calls actually become unnecessary. So I stopped doing them. And I had also realized by that point that people reached out to you really based on what you put out there in your marketing. And I discovered that by putting my prices on display on my website, I would only receive inquiries from clients who could afford and were willing to pay the prices that I was charging, which eliminated a whole other group of unnecessary conversations that, is time I didn't get to spend working on my business. So I can say that it really has been a win-win for me in my business to display my prices. No longer doing sales calls, no longer having conversations with people who aren't willing or aren't able to invest in the prices that I desire to charge. And so only receiving clients and inquiries from people who are a great fit for my offers, i.e. they are ready, able, and willing to buy. So why would you not display your prices? Let's unpack what's really going on when you don't want to share your prices. So there's a fear, right, that when people see the price that they will be turned off buying. And this is a very common belief. And really what you're saying underneath that fear is that clients will question the value of your offers, or they will not agree with whatever value or price point you have chosen to value your offer at. So, yes, obviously getting rejected doesn't feel good, right? Getting that string of no's from those sales calls didn't feel good to me, which really inspired me to get better at selling. And it's actually okay for clients to question the value of your offers. And it's also okay for clients to not agree with the price point that you have chosen to value your offer at. As a reminder, again, business decisions are completely personal. And it's also totally a normal part of the buying process. And it's actually, your job to demonstrate and communicate the value of your offer. And one thing I've learned is that you really can charge whatever the hell you want in your business. I have put my prices up over and over and over and over again, simply because I wanted to. And, I found clients at every single price point. So know this, if people aren't buying, it is not because of your prices. It's simply a communication gap, which means you're not successfully communicating what you can do for your client and why it will be valuable to them. And you're not communicating that in a way that's really landing with the people who are a good fit for your offer. Because when that happens and that starts happening, the clients just start showing up and they show up consistently. So another belief around why it's bad to share your prices is, really based on this belief that money is the determining factor as to why somebody would choose to work with you. And, yes, of course, I'm not denying that money is a really important factor that drives our buying decisions, but it is not the determining factor. Because the main reasons people buy from you are, number one, they believe and trust that you can help them to get what they want. And number two, it's a priority for them to get what they want now. So just to really connect to the truth of this, have you noticed that when it becomes a non-negotiable for you to access the money you need for the thing that you desire, you get super fucking resourceful and you make it happen? And, just what examples come to mind for you around this, whether or not you were resourceful in a good way and you hustle to create the money, or you put it on a credit card. When you really want something, you make it happen. When that is a top priority for you, you will move heaven and high water to get the thing that you need. So, I don't know, have you ever flown across the country to meet up with a lover? Have you ever moved to a city where a loaf of bread costs 5 times more than you were used to paying? Have you ever paid extra to get your hands on a pair of tickets to see a band you just had to see, right? When there's that desire there or a need that is non-negotiable to us, we get resourceful, we hustle our buns, and we create the resources to make that happen. So you will stretch yourself and you will get resourceful when that thing becomes a priority. So guess what? The people who aren't in that place around whatever it is that you help people for, they're not the people you should be focusing your time and attention on to build your business, because there are plenty of people who do have that as their very top priority and are willing to get to resourceful to pay whatever it is that you're charging for you to help them get what they want. So I could go on and on and on about this because there are so many different types of complex money baggage going on under the surface of pricing. So if you would like to hear more on this topic and you liked this, please drop me a message on Instagram or Facebook and let me know, and I will dive deeper into this in future episodes. So before we wrap up, I have something exciting to tell you about. There were a couple of key things that really changed everything in my life as an entrepreneur that allowed me to bring in 6 figures while also working half as many hours and having more fun than ever before because of the alignment that I had created in my business. And it was really the money mindset work around how I was doing business combined with strategic sales content that I was sharing online. So you know that this is the year to start hitting your 10K month income goal and living the life of creative freedom and fulfillment you have been dreaming about. You want to be consistently attracting total dream soulmate clients through the creative content you're sharing on social media. And you want to be reaching more people, charging higher prices, and working much less in your business so that you can enjoy your life. So I am excited to invite you to join me in Freedom Club, which is my mastermind, where you'll receive tailored high-level support to master the skills that will create your dream life and 6-figure dream business starting now, with focused weekly trainings and coaching calls to find the clarity on your content that's going to make you the most money, to design a simple, fun launch strategy you'll enjoy following through on, plus daily support and feedback from me in the Voxer chat. You will find that sweet spot in your business where you're the most confident in your work, having the most fun, and making the most money. You can go to withsarahmac.com/freedom club to apply now. So thank you so much for tuning in, sending you so much love, and I'll see you next week. Bye. For more inspirational content, head over to my website withsarahmac.com, and please support the show by liking, commenting, and subscribing.